Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Ryan O'Toole Podcast. It is Tuesday, October 21st. October 21st. Dude, we got rent due in 10 days, 11 days. We got to get our rent paid. It's damn near November. Week 7 of the NFL season is over. And the New England Patriots are 5-2. 5-2 New England Patriots. 3 games in a row, all on the road. Victory in Buffalo. Victory in New Orleans. And a victory Sunday in Nashville, Tennessee, as Mike Vrabel takes down his former team. How do we feel right now about the Patriots? This is the most excited I've felt for the Patriots in years. As much as anybody has felt excitement for the Patriots in years. We're going to talk about that. Talk about a little playoff baseball. All right? Talk about incredible Game 7 of the American League Championship Series last night. The Toronto Blue Jays going to the World Series for the first time since 1993. And what else do we got on here? I don't know, some other random notes I wrote down. Let's get right into it, okay? Drake May is taking steps once again. We're having this conversation 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row, we're having this conversation with Drake May. He just keeps looking better and better and better and better. Okay? And, he is throwing passes downfield on the money that you don't see a lot of guys in the NFL do. Certainly not second-year players. Watched the whole game for Sunday. Actually, I missed the first minute and a half because I was doing laundry. Tell me how New York City, you want to know the problem with New York? You want to know what all these mayors aren't talking about? I do laundry the other day. There's only one laundromat in an area where it'll be convenient for me to do laundry. I washed everything, okay? I'm a single white divorced dude, okay? I literally is someone who doesn't have laundry in their house, all right? And I have a busy life, okay? I'll let my shit stack up all the way until I absolutely have to do laundry. So Sunday morning, I go, dude, I am on my last pair of drawers, and I'm going to watch football from now until the end of Sunday Night Football. I am going to have to do my laundry. So I missed the first, 2 minutes of the Patriots-Titans game. Forgive me, Lord Belichick. So I missed that. Other than that, dude, it cost me $33 to wash and dry my clothes and sheets, dude. City's ridiculous, okay? City is fucking outrageous. Nevertheless, I get right into the game. All right, what did I see? Tennessee comes down, kicks a field goal. Run game. The run game was finally established. I was texting my buddy Tim Summit all last week. Patriots need to fucking run the ball. We can't just be relying on all this stuff. They got to establish a run game. They sure as shit established a run game the other day. Ramondre Stevenson had his workload. It was exactly what you wanted to see, and that set up so much more for the passing game. I was so glad to see the Patriots run the ball. What was Stevenson on the ground the other day? He was fucking all over the place. Just the carries, that first drive of the game. He fucking went down there, handled business. Ramondre Stevenson finished the day 18 rushes for 88 yards and 1 touchdown. He was phenomenal the other day. That's an average of 4.9. Yeah, right under 5 yards. Drake May had 8 rushes for 62 yards, for Christ's sakes. And even Terrell Jennings getting in on it. Terrell Jennings, 5 yards, 5 rushes, 18 yards. Big day on the ground. Dude, just Drake May. Again, Drake May going down there just hitting these passes where you're just like, holy shit. Holy shit. Obviously, he's fast. He gets out. He rolls out. He has wheels. Drake May legitimately has wheels now. Okay, we've been talking the last year and a half, however long he's been playing, really the last year or so. We've been talking about how, he's kind of deceivingly fast and stuff like that. When he rolls out and starts moving, he has wheels. Drake May has wheels. There's no doubt about it. I'm like, God damn. He had some great runs the other day, took some hits that we were all uncomfortable seeing, okay? He smashed his head off the ground a couple times, took some hard hits. Shout out to Josh Dobbs, by the way, coming in too. Josh Dobbs comes. Drake May goes into the blue tent. We got concussion protocol. All of New England's on edge. I'm in my house. I was screaming all afternoon. Next thing I know, I'm sitting there. My heart's beating out of my chest. Okay? I go, just let Drake May, Lord, take me instead. Let Drake May be all right, okay? Drake May missed, 3-4 plays, but there's a big third down where Josh Dobbs comes in and hits Demario Douglas on a first down that kept that drive alive when that game was still close in the second quarter. And they ended up scoring on it, which was huge, huge. So shout out to Josh Dobbs. And that just shows you how good the coaching is, where the backup quarterback comes in there, and obviously Josh Dobbs isn't Drake May. Okay, but that's exactly what you want a backup quarterback who has to play. What did he play, 4 or 5 plays or something? That's exactly what you want a backup quarterback to be able to do. Dobbs comes in, extends the drive, keeps it going. Drake May comes in. They punch in points at the end of the drive. That was exactly what you want to do. And again, it goes back to, I've been saying this since January of last year. January of this year. I've been saying this for fucking 10 months now, almost 11 months. The best thing the New England Patriots did was bring in Mike Vrabel. It was the best. Look how well coached this Patriots team is. Yeah, the penalties still need to get cleaned up. They were better the other day, though. I will say that. They were better, okay? The dumb penalties do need to get cleaned up, okay? There's still a lot of work to do with this team, okay? We're going into week 8 now, all right? I'm not raising any type of banner or anything. A lot of these people are talking crazy. Oh, we're winning the fucking division. Relax. They've accomplished absolutely nothing yet, and we're not even halfway through the season, okay? Absolutely nothing yet. But bringing in competent coaches was the biggest, most important thing this team could have done, and they got the best guy to do it. In Tennessee, I mean, how do you got to feel if you're the Tennessee Titans? You can your head coach, you can Brian Callahan last Monday, and then Mike Vrabel comes in. This guy Callahan for the fucking the Titans, he had what? He had 4 wins since they fired Mike Vrabel. He's won 4 games. The Patriots are 5-2 just this season. And Vrabel has to be front runner right now for Coach of the Year. I mean, I don't see how he's not. Man, that got to hurt down in Tennessee. But hey, you fire some. That's part of it. And you know what? You want to talk about competent coaching, not creating distractions on the field. All last week, you didn't hear no revenge game from Mike Vrabel. You heard none of that shit. All right, it was about going down there and getting a win. Okay, obviously he wanted to win. They fired him. But he didn't make it about him at all. It was just about the game and going in there and just doing what needed to be done. And again, another great Sunday afternoon where I get to see Josh Dobbs, with all respect to Josh Dobbs, by the way. I mean, the guy's, what is his IQ? Isn't he, Josh Dobbs, I'm pretty sure, is like considered a legitimate genius. He's like a nuclear rocket scientist or something. Obviously had one of the biggest plays of the game was that play to Demario Douglas. But when we can see Josh Dobbs come in with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter and another victory just absolutely wrapped up, it is so good to see. I was so pumped the other day. Kayshon Boutte with the play at the end of the first half. I mean, I don't know if a 40-yard touchdown pass. I thought they were going to really go to take clock off at the end of the first half. Let's just give Tennessee, let's kick a field goal. No way. They were aggressive. That all started with a Drake May run up the middle for like 12 yards, keep the clock rolling. And Drake May I don't know if the pass was better or the catch was better, where Drake May throws a goddamn bullet to Kayshon Boutte, hits him in the back of the end zone. He catches the ball with the back of the ball, brings it in. There was no need to even review if it was a catch. That's how good it was. A lot of chemistry being struck up by those two. Hooper with another big day, an amazing catch. Right over L'Jarius Sneed's head. What is L'Jarius Sneed's contract? Do you remember L'Jarius Sneed? He won at least 2 Super Bowls with Kansas City. I don't think he was on he actually might have been on the first team that won the Super Bowl. He got massive money before last season started, and he was getting fucking abused out there. L'Jarius Sneed, just getting destroyed out there. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I mean, obviously Hoop is bigger than him and stuff, but Sneed was like a legit, as close to a lockdown corner as you could be when he was with Kansas City. Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls. Go to his contract with Tennessee, because he got the bag. He got the bag from the Titans. He got franchise tagged. Oh, he got traded, yep. But then he signed a contract. Yeah, 4-year, $76 million deal. $51 million guaranteed. Yeah. Oh, man. Woo, man. That's a tough one right there. Tennessee it's not looking good for the Titans at all, but the Patriots go down there, do exactly what they need to do. Hooper, Hunter Henry, Stephon Diggs. Oh, my God. Stephon Diggs just pulling these balls in. And some of those passes Drake May was throwing. Jason McCourty made a great he said something great about it watching the game where he talked about how one of the passes, the play he hit Stephon Diggs on the sideline. He dropped the ball into double coverage, and he literally said, he goes, you couldn't hold your arm over the coverage and drop it in better than Drake May did. That's the shit you see with Drake May where, like, the touch he has on some of these passes, I'm just like, holy fuck. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, now there's a long way to go. There is a long way to go. Okay? A long way to go. But this is exactly what you want to do. Everyone's going to say, oh, well, it's just the Titans. It's just Tennessee. No, it's just the Saints. It was just the Carolina Panthers. All right, they got Cleveland this week. Good teams are supposed to crush bad teams, even on the road, especially on the road. And what have they done? What have they fucking beat these teams? And they beat Buffalo, which is a legitimate win. So I'm very happy with how the Patriots are playing. Kayvon Chason was phenomenal. Spillane, everyone on the defensive side of the ball. Borregales again. Everything was just great. So very happy with the win Sunday. I was so pumped watching that game, dude. I was just so excited. I was fucking exhausted all week. Did Laugh Boston. Shout out to everybody who came out to Laugh Boston. Open up with my boy Tony Dabbas. All right, I love that guy. He's probably my favorite person he actually is definitely, there's no one I'm more happy for getting successful the way he does because he works his fucking balls off, and he always has his entire life. I hosted for him at Laugh Boston down the Seaport the other day. It was so sick. Spent like a night in Salty. But even like the day before, it was like comedy the day before. Took the train home. I was like nonstop last week from like Tuesday all the way till Sunday morning. It was the first, by the way, it was the first London game I didn't wake up for. Which I think it was actually the last London game. I think we have the Germany game and then the game in Spain later on in the season. Oh, who's going to be coaching the Miami Dolphins in front of the Spanish people? We'll talk about that in just a little while. Don't you worry. We're going to be talking Mike McDaniel on the podcast today. So I was exhausted, dude. And then I had to do my laundry. I had I was like, dude, I don't have one pair of drawers right now. Minus the pair I was wearing. And it was such a beautiful day on Sunday. It was like the weather was perfect in New York. Bang out a bunch of laundry. Watched the Patriots game. Was obviously ecstatic. Threw post-game on. And then I put 2 games on. I watched the Denver Giants game, which might have been the craziest game so far this season. Denver just comes storming back to score 33 points in the fourth quarter to win by a point. Giants choke away another one. I did have on at 1 o'clock. I had the Patriots on via Sunday Ticket, okay? And then the bottom screen, CBS was playing the Jets-Panthers game. Oh, the New Jersey Jets, 0-7. Oh. The Jets, 0-7, really shakes me up. Really keeps me up at night wondering how this Jets team, they gave Justin Fields a contract is 0-7. Watched that, again, didn't even really watch it. I was so focused on the Patriots, more like just looked down what the score was on. So I ended up seeing like the second half. I was pretty much just doing laundry for the Jaguars-Rams game, which is a pretty boring one. Rams are legit. We've talked about that. And then, so 4 o'clock I went to Giants-Broncos, which, man, Bo Nix, I mean, he can't keep disappearing. If you're the Broncos, you got to feel good. They're 5-2. I mean, they come storming back at home. You know, when they absolutely need to make plays, they make them. But, like, Bo Nix has these games where he looks like just kind of disappears and then just turns it on. Obviously, Sean Payton's there, so I'm sure it'll be straightened up, but I think they got to figure something out there on the offensive side of the ball. And that was the first game I thought I saw the Broncos defense not look that great. You know, I still think they have the best defense in football through 7 weeks. Going on to week 8, I would say that the Broncos defense is the best defense, but they didn't look good the other day. Scadaboo's running all over them. Tracy, The Giants are moving the ball. I mean, at home, too. Obviously, they stepped up and made plays at the end. But, I mean, even fucking Jackson Dart gave him the interception in the fourth quarter. Once I saw that interception, I go, they're going to make this game. They're really going to get frisky in this. Oh, it was great yesterday in New York. It was great. I was so happy in work. The New York Post, it just said, worst loss ever. It was awesome just being around Giants and Jets fans in the city. Combined, we're through combined 14 weeks. Well, between both of them, there's been, 14 games played? Giants at 2-5, Jets are 0-7. Oh, combine that, they're 2-14. That's great. That's it really warms my heart, And the Giants, the Giants, they were celebrating. They beat Philadelphia a couple weeks ago on Thursday. They deserved it. But something tells me they're going to pay this Sunday for taking their shirts off and dancing all over when they got to go back down to Philadelphia. Well, they have to go down to Philadelphia. I think they're going to get murdered by the Eagles. Didn't see any of the Eagles Vikings game. That was one game I want. Everything at 1 o'clock, I couldn't focus. It was just the Patriots. I only put the Jets on the TV because that was what was on, and I wasn't digging around the channels. Okay, if it was fucking the 85 Bears versus, I don't know, the 83 Redskins, I wouldn't have organized. I would have still been locked onto the Patriots and Titans. So great win for the Patriots. Watched both of those games. Saw some of the Chargers Colts game. Colts 6-1, legitimate team. Go 6-1. That's a good team right there. Saw that, then took a nice long stroll around Central Park. I needed to get some steps in. I didn't get enough steps in for my walk, just going back and forth with laundry and stuff, and then I'm like hanging out on the corner with neighborhood people and stuff. So I ended up going for a nice long walk around Central Park. Missed about the first half of the Atlanta-San Fran game. Saw the entire second half and then caught up on first half highlights. Actually, no, I saw like the end of the second quarter. Probably last like 4 minutes. But then banged out. Went to a local drinking establishment to support the economy. Caught the end of that game there, and the vintage McCaffrey game. I'll say that McCaffrey was phenomenal. The 49ers are 5-2 now too, right? Mac Jones, the 49ers 5-2. It sucks seeing Fred Warner, one of my favorite players in the league, showed him with his leg kicked up there. The 49ers are 5-2. Well, look at that. Vintage Christian McCaffrey leads 49ers win versus. Didn't I just say vintage McCaffrey game? He was phenomenal. Catching the ball, running people, hitting them forward. Saw that, and then I was going to record this podcast yesterday morning. I go, dude, I can't record this. I go, we got Game 7 of the American League Championship Series and 2 Monday Night Football games. Came home immediately after work last night. Threw the TVs on. Just a very fun Monday night game between Tampa Bay and Detroit. The injuries just keep adding up for Tampa Bay. They finally get Evans back. They think they said he had a broken clavicle that's now going to keep him out for most of the season, which stinks. But Tristan Wirfs is back out there. Detroit's really good. Detroit's really fucking good. I think everyone was kind of worried, they got new coordinators, all that stuff. Yes, that is true. They do have a new defensive and new offensive coordinator. They are still, they're just moving the ball at will. The run game, I think he might be my favorite player, not on the Patriots, just in the league. Penei Sewell. I've never seen somebody. Okay, he plays one position. He's right guard. They run the ball behind him. Dude, he is like a fucking, snowblower. He's like, imagine if, an 18-wheel truck puts the things, not a snowblower, what are they called where they, scoop the snow out of the road, they come driving down? Why am I blanking on it? He's just clearing out lanes. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy clear out lanes at the speed he does with the size he has. Penei Sewell was fucking unbelievable last night. I know this guy's, he's obviously one of the best players in football, all that stuff, but I was, and it's been no breaking news. It's been doing this last, 3-4 years? 4 or 5, probably close to 5 years now. It's been last 4 seasons. I was watching that last night, just fucking blown away. Absolutely blown away. He's incredible. Watched that. Saw the Toronto Blue Jays. Congratulations to them and all those Canadians up there I watched. I don't know what I got in like the second inning maybe. So I missed the first inning. I think it was 1-0 Seattle. George Springer just became a Blue Jays legend. Obviously, he's already a postseason legend with tons of success in Houston. Massive 3-run home run. They were smart by bunting before. They laid the sacrifice down to take the double play away and get guys over to second and third. But Springer said, fuck a sacrifice. We're going for the lead here. Hits 3-run homer. Ends up being the game winner. That was in the 7th inning. Place went absolutely apeshit. Happy for the Blue Jays. Obviously, they are a division rival to the Red Sox. But some of the best fans in sports, I've always said, the Toronto Blue Jays fans, just Toronto sports fans in general, I think are some of the best sports fans. You know, I know there's a lot of bullshit. Oh, Ryan, how come you shit on Yankee Stadium, but fucking the bottom of the Maple Leafs games? Yeah, I understand that, Pop. But as far as like their history and all that stuff, they're phenomenal fans. And the Blue Jays, I used to always say when I was bartending, and I see it now in New York, whenever the Blue Jays are in town, their fans come down. Whether they're good, bad, whatever. So, shout out to them. And then I watched some of the Seattle-Houston game. I turned it off with a couple minutes left. I was beat. The game was like already over. Houston actually kind of stuck around. But at least the Seahawks won. Seattle fans, at least they won. I know they'd probably, trust me, I know how that feels. But yeah, man, what a weekend. What else was going on? Didn't see any of the Cleveland Browns. This upcoming Patriots opponent absolutely handle the dysfunctional, the scumbag Miami Dolphins, okay? I mean, Mike McDaniel. I mean, hey, Brian Flores is sitting over there. You canned him for no reason. Stephen Ross, you canned him for no reason. Everybody over there, and you replaced him with this guy, and now it's not working out. The Miami Dolphins are now, 1-6? Get absolutely embarrassed at home. Once I found out the weather to that game, it was like right before I was watching NFL pregame, and I heard them say, they're like, it's going to be a wet, windy game in Miami. I was like, oh my God, I'm not a gambling man, okay? I'm not, that part of my life is over. But if I was handicapping, oh my God, Tua Tagovailoa in terrible weather, the Miami Dolphins, I'd have been emptying out my pockets. I'd have been going up Ryan Moneybags. They would have been calling me at the window. Good. Mike McDaniel's up there. I mean, apparently people are saying he relapsed, which if he did, I'm sorry about all that. But the Dolphins created all this crap themselves. You know, just a terrible ownership group that doesn't care about it. I mean, let's be honest. It's run by a bunch of fucking scumbags. All right? Tried tampering. I mean, they did. I wouldn't even say tried tampering. They did tamper with Tom Brady. They did tamper with Sean Payton. Okay, they canned Brian Flores for literally like no reason because they want to get Tua in there and Brian Flores did all that. So it was great to see that. Just an absolute disgraceful showing. I mean, that's embarrassing to lose at home like that. They kicked 2 field goals. They don't even score a touchdown. It's an embarrassment, dude. And I'm still surprised. We're on Tuesday. They don't have. They still have Mike McDaniel as their head coach. I mean, that's really unbelievable. Who do the Dolphins have? The Dolphins are going to Atlanta Sunday at 1 o'clock. The Falcons are a 7.5-point favorite. I mean, what else do you got to see? Let's look at Miami's upcoming schedule. Because we talk about weather games. I mean, they still got to come up to New England. That's not till the end of the last January 4th. Miami's coming up here. They're going to be playing for a draft pick by then. They got Atlanta, then Baltimore, Buffalo, and Washington, then a Week 12 bye week. Would it happen on the Week 12 bye week right around Thanksgiving? Maybe. Who knows? Just a terrible performance by the Dolphins. Absolutely terrible performance. Couldn't happen to a better, that's what you got. They suspended these guys in Miami. Stephen Ross is paying for losses. And mind you, when the shoe falls on this and Mike McDaniel gets canned, we're going to have an exclusive episode on the Miami Dolphins. I'm telling you that right now. There'll be an exclusive episode on the Miami Dolphins. But good. I'm happy. That was one of the obviously I'm happy the most when the Patriots win. But seeing the Dolphins and the Jets just rot in the basement of the AFC, where they belong, competing for the first overall draft pick. Good. Very happy. Other than that, what else? Anything else crazy happened in the NFL? Dallas just destroyed Washington. Jaden Daniels, I mean, these injuries have started to become a problem Chicago gets a win over New Orleans. Didn't see any of it. Kansas City looks like they're back. I know it was only the Raiders, and the Raiders only had 3 first downs. Kansas City, wouldn't count them out yet. Just saying, okay? Just saying. The Kansas City Chiefs are really functioning, specifically from their quarterback. I love Rashee Rice, by the way. He comes back after an aggravated hit and run. A little bit of jail time he gets to do in the offseason. Scores a touchdown. I think he had 2 of them Tuesday. Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns. What's he do? Hand the footballs to the children in the crowd. What a good guy, Rashee Rice. What a great guy you are. We're going to totally forget about the fact you could have Henry Ruggsed somebody on the highways in Atlanta or wherever the hell you were. Just act like it didn't happen at all, because you get to do your jail time in the off season, and you get to just hand the football over to the children. Joe Flacco. Oh my God, Thursday. So Thursday I'm in Laugh Boston. I do that right after the show. I go to Salty, watch the game. My old man, my Padre, and we see Joe Flacco fucking put together a great win. Good for him. Good for him. The Steelers really could have kind of killed the Bengals season right there. If the Bengals linger here, if the Bengals can linger for a wild card spot here and Joe Burrow comes back, that changes a lot of things. You know, I know people say, well, the team's terrible and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, but that could be a team you wouldn't want to see in the playoffs if they have to go to if you win a division and this team slips in a wild card. I mean, they're 3-4. I mean, who knows if they even, if they can stay above. I mean, look at this. They have the Jets on Sunday at home. If the Bengals can linger here, if they get to 500 this week against the Jets, that's big. They get the Jets, then Chicago, both at home, and then a bye week. I don't know what Joe Burrow's timetable for return is, but if Flacco can keep them right around 500, I mean, one of these teams is going to end up getting into the playoffs. It's probably 9-7. Well, what is it now? No, it'd be 9-8, I guess. It'd be 9-8. Got to keep an eye on them, but Pittsburgh could have killed them. I think if they went down to 2 wins, it would have been a real issue. It would have been tough for them, but they didn't. Okay? They did not do that. So they are still very much still alive. They're not dead yet. Regardless how dysfunctional Zach Taylor is, the Brown family, the offensive line, all that stuff, the Cincinnati Bengals are still very much alive. But yeah, man. Other than that, what else went on this weekend? I don't know. We got the NBA back tonight. It's banner raising night. The Houston Rockets will be going to Oklahoma City, where Kevin Durant will be seeing the Oklahoma City Thunder raise a championship banner there. Something he couldn't do because he cowered it out and went to the Golden State Warriors. You know, regardless what they say, everyone complains about this second apron crap and we can't compete for. Yeah, but blame guys like Kevin Durant for it. Okay, NBA's back. Celtics play the 76ers tomorrow night. We'll be back here. Got the 2 TVs all winter. You know how it is over here. Other than that, that's pretty much the podcast. Anything else I really want to talk about? I don't know. Grizzly Pear Comedy Club. You want to see me do comedy? Hit me up. Just shoot me a DM. I know I'll definitely be there over the weekend. I don't know. I'm there like every other night on average or something. Probably something like that. I'm always doing some shit. Ryan O'Toole Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Give me a shout. I don't know. I'll be back here probably Friday morning. I'm thinking Friday morning I'll be back. Yeah, Friday morning I'm going to be back here. Maybe Thursday night. Probably Friday morning. I have more energy in the morning. I need more caffeine in me. I need my caffeine. Other than that, that's the podcast. Thanks for listening. Yeah, share, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. And I'll see you later. Listen, let's not go too crazy about Drake May here. Okay, the Patriots playing a very good Cleveland Browns defense. I know everyone thinks the Browns are like terrible and awful and all that stuff, and I'm not saying they're a great team by no means, okay? But they're going to be very well coached on defense, and the Patriots, listen, this Patriots team's won, they finally have more wins than they've had the last 2 years. 5 wins. We haven't seen 5 wins since at least, 3 years ago? So we're not getting too ahead of ourselves. You're not going to catch me. I'm going to tell you, keep coming to Ryan O'Toole Podcast. You're not going to catch me talking about, his team's going to win the division. None of that stuff here, all right? I know a lot of these morons on television and the radio and stuff and YouTube, they got to fill time, all right? I don't. All right, I'm not talking about who's the MVP through 7 weeks. You're not getting that bullshit from me. Be 100% honest. I'm going day by day here. What's in front of me, what I got to do, what is right there. I'm not talking about way down. I'm not talking about all this hypothetical bullshit. None of that stuff, okay? So that's what you're going to get on the Ryan O'Toole podcast. I'll be back here Friday. Game's no joke. And shout out again to all the fans that went down to Nashville. Dude, they're chanting Vrabel's name, for Christ's sakes, after the game. I mean, again, Patriots fans were felt 2 weeks in a row in New Orleans and Tennessee. All right, and now we get to be home for a couple weeks, which thank God. We have, Cleveland and Atlanta at home, and then Tampa Bay, which I'm kind of tempted to go out to that game. I'm really going to try and make it work. But we need support wherever we can on the road. Shout out to the Patriots. Shout out to Drake May. Thanks for listening. You guys got any questions, whatever, fucking write it in the comments down there. Shout out to everybody else. I'm out of here. Peace out, bitches.